It is time for the ultimate end of 2019 get your life together life admin day. This is pretty much like a declutter, but instead of decluttering your home, you're decluttering your headspace. You're creating like a true, fresh, clean slate for 2020. In a life admin day, which is what I'm gonna do in this video, you basically go through, you do a massive brain dump of all the to-dos that are floating around in your head. Sometimes they're things that you might have procrastinated for the last year or the last multiple years, or sometimes they've just been nagging you for like a month. And the goal is to get as many of them done as possible on your life admin day. So when I say to-dos, I don't mean like your big goals, I mean just like little nagging tasks that are in the back of your mind. And a lot of the time, the things that you write down, they're gonna feel really small, like booking appointments or buying things, but they're gonna make a long-term difference. Like you book that appointment and then 6 months later you've got braces, and then 6 months after that they're off. Like that's a big deal. And it all started because on your life admin day, you finally made the call and booked that appointment. And some of them are gonna be really small, like when I put labels on my skincare as to which ones I put on in the AM and which ones I put on in the PM. That still helps me to this day. It makes a difference. So the first thing that you wanna do on your life admin day is to do your big brain dump. This is a list of all the things that you'd love to tick off, just the little things in life before the new year comes around. So do you have anything that you need to take to the op shop? Is there anything that you need to take to the tip? Do you have enough pens? Do you have notebooks ready for the next year? Do you have bills that you need to pay? Do you have automatic payments that really need to be set up? Do you have some forms that you need to submit for that thing? Have you got a hair appointment, brow appointment, doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, whatever appointment that you really need to book in? Have you been meaning to contact that person from the government, that person that you haven't talked to in some time, the university, the tradesperson? Have you been meaning to switch providers for something like your internet or your real estate agent? Do you have anything that you borrowed that you just need to give back? Give back any borrowed items before the new year comes around. So the next thing that you want to do is actually start doing all of the things. So think of this as like a sprint. You are sprinting through all of your to-dos, as many as you can in a day, or two if you have some time off around this time of year. So the first thing that I want to do on my life admin day is book in a dentist appointment and a brows appointment. So particularly since I now have a wire on the back of my teeth, I know that I need to be getting like my 6 monthly dentist check-ins. And they were really like specific. They were just like, you need to be doing these if you're gonna have a wire, and I still haven't booked any. So I'm gonna do that today. And I'm also just gonna book in my first brow appointment for 2020, because for some reason whenever I get my brow appointments, I forget to be like, hey, could I like reschedule in for 6 weeks time or whatever. So I'm gonna do both of those things now and get them out of the way. Okay, dentist appointment has been booked way in advance. The next thing that I really want to do is something that I tried to do in one of my recent life admin days, and that was tracking all of my subscriptions. I tried to put them in Asana and I was like, yeah, this will help, like I'll check it, but it kind of didn't. There are actually software things out there that you guys told me about that help you to track your subscriptions, and they like make sure to send you lots of notifications to let you know that they're coming up. And I feel like this is a good life admin thing to do, because like not only will it save you mental stress because you won't be thinking, oh, like when's that subscription coming up? Am I all good? Also, it's gonna save you money. Even on the testimonials on the website, it's like, this has saved me so much money just knowing when my subscriptions are coming up. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I went through all of my subscriptions. I managed to cancel one or two and I downgraded some other ones, and overall it's actually gonna save me a few $100s in the next year. So I'm really stoked that I went through and I did that. Definitely would recommend it as a good life admin activity. So on my life admin days, I almost always have a trip to the shopping center involved, mainly because I don't like going to the shopping center. So I like to put it off until my life admin day so I can just do it all in one go. That way I'm not visiting the shopping center all the time. It's just, I find it exhausting. Firstly, I am getting a new screen protector for this. I'm gonna buy some Christmas presents just for Luke's family, Luke's mom and Luke's brother, just to get that out of the way. I'm getting a replacement for my OG Paris. If you've ever wondered what lipstick I've worn for the past 4 years, this is the one. And we are getting a second one of these. So Luke usually uses this bottom thing to hold like an iPad when he's in the shower, which results in things sitting in the corner of the shower, which I don't like on the floor. So I just want to get a second one of those. That way everything is lifted up off the ground and I can clean the shower a little bit more easily, and everything just has a home really. So at the shops, I got all of my Christmas presents. I got my little shower caddy. I didn't get to find my lipstick, but I found it online later. So we've got present number 1 for Joe. I'm getting our shower caddy so that all of our stuff isn't sitting on the floor.
Excuse me, lady, are you lost?
I'm not lost. I know where I am. I just can't find our particular shower caddy. Oh, there it is. Got the exact same one. So then we'll have 2 of this one and we can hold all of our stuff and there won't be stuff on the floor. So that's ticked off. So we've just done our shopping. I had Luke with me the whole time and it was a lot quicker than it probably normally would have been. I don't like shopping centers, but Luke, like, he really doesn't like shopping centers. Like on another level.
I was okay, I was alright.
You did good. He's a bit of a slave driver. He was just like, okay, no looking. So I'm back home now and the next thing that I want to do with my day is to clean my car. I haven't actually cleaned the inside of my car for some time now and I just feel like it's a really good before the New Year's activity to do so that when you hop into your car in 2020 it feels nice and fresh. It's a really bloody hot day today. That's okay. We're gonna do this quick. No matter who you are as a person, there's always just gonna be random crap in your car that you should get out and get rid of before the new year comes around. We have sticky tape, hair tie, chocolate wrapper, weird button. The hair is up, it's hot. So the next thing that I really want to do is go to the op shop. I have a few things that I'm decluttering, things that you've seen me declutter in my space reset video, but they're just sort of sitting in the boot of my car. So I want to drop them off to an op shop and just get my boot clear for next year. Very important task activity. But seriously, if you do have something that you need to take to the thrift shop, to the op shop, take it before the new year. It's gonna feel like a weight off your shoulders, trust me. The next thing that I have on my list are to make copies of these keys. So I own an apartment, I rent it out, and keys were sent to me, but I was supposed to make a copy of these for my real estate agent. That's the next thing on my list. So I just went to the store and I got some keys cut. Look at all these keys that I now have, thinking that they were the keys to my apartment. And then he cut one and he was just like, here's the first car key. And I was like, okay, I picked up the wrong keys. And I've also found an envelope at the back of the cabinets that I recently cleaned out that I obviously didn't see with the keys that I was supposed to get cut. Anyways, good to know that I have a spare car key and it's led me to another life admin activity which I want to do, which is labeling all my keys because clearly we have an issue. So a bunch of the keys that I had stored actually didn't have any locks that they worked in the house. I like tried them in all of the locks that I had, so I ended up decluttering a bunch of keys as well as labeling them all so I know what every single key is for. Great to know that I have spare car keys at my house because I have locked myself out of my car twice in front of my house. Would have been better to know then, but if it happens again, I'm informed. Oh, this is good. This is an unexpected, happy life admin day task. Now that I've labeled all my keys and I've decluttered my keys, I'm gonna actually go and get the keys that I was supposed to get cut. That to-do took way longer than expected, but my 4 keys copied. To-dos like that are so small but that have been on your list for months feel so good when they're done. Like I literally feel so light because I've done that. I still have 1 step to go. I need to take it to my real estate agent, but still I've been putting that off for so bloody long that it feels really good to have done it. The next big thing on my list is to clean this very sad looking bag. So this is the bag that I use every day. You can see there's like a big stain on it. It's got marks all over it. That's not really a stain. It's more just like a mark that we can get out. Because I use it so often, I'm always just like, oh, clean it on a life admin day. And now I have a life admin day. So it's getting clean. It's so dirty. So the next thing that is on my list is to scan all of this paper. So when me and my beautiful mother did my tax earlier this year, a lot of it was done by printing things out and checking things off one by one, which is why I've now invested in a good financial management system that'll make life a lot easier next tax time. However, I still have all of that stuff and I'm hesitant to get rid of it because generally you need to kind of keep your tax information. So that's been sitting there since we did my tax, which has been like a few months now, and I've just kind of been procrastinating it. My sister has a scanner. It's slow, but it will do the job. So I'm gonna go in and try and use her scanner and get rid of all of that paper. Okay. We have a scanner. This is why I procrastinated this. What a task. How do you set a scanner up? Okay. A few other little life admin activities that I got done. I took some of the lights that were sitting in the corner of my room out to the shed just because they're definitely more occasional lights, not sit in my room lights. I also got some weed spray and I sprayed some weeds out the front of our house, just some really persistent weeds. I put out the shower caddy and I also wrapped up all of the Christmas presents. I honestly feel so good after today. I feel like none of the things that I did today were like monumental, huge, massive life admin things. However, they were all things that had been on my list for a long time, things that I'd really procrastinated because I was like, oh, is that important? Like, oh, do I really need to do it? And just getting that weight off my mind feels like so good. Everything just feels really clear, especially after doing my decluttering day. And then this day, I feel like in combination, and a lot of it, like, it overlaps a little bit, but doing the 2 days of like proper like space resetting as well as just like mental resetting was definitely a recommended practice. So if you enjoyed this video, I actually create life admin day videos pretty regularly on this channel. I have a whole playlist full of them, so I'm gonna have that linked on the screen and down below if you want some more motivation as you're planning your life admin day, or you're just like not sure what to do on your life admin days. That playlist will be really helpful for you. So I'll have it linked on the screen and down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you so much and I will see you soon.